should we risk people's lives the way uh, that nuclear disaster in Chernobyl, just had those catastrophic events to a point where people started having deformed babies, their babies, I beg your pardon,
Okay.
because of the effects of that explosion on people's genetic makeup,
Okay.
like DNA.
Okay. Yeah. First thing, before I come to that, I appreciate the brother in Solowezi who have acknowledged what leadership movement and President Silumbe they are projecting. There are issues where when you lack the understanding on the ground, you see it from afar. We are talking of Solowezi where uranium is being mined, and the solution that if we can start with one nuclear plant there, then we'll be talking about having the idea of exporting this electricity to neighboring countries, because by then you'll have averted the challenge to do with the hydro, which is currently on its knees. So my brother, we are very grateful to have Zambians like you. In life, we need to learn that life is full of risks. This hydroelectricity, go to Zesco there, even in the mines. How many records are there where people have been electrocuted? You remember the Chile issue where people got stuck in those tunnels. It took how many days for people to be removed from those tunnels? Do you remember that incident in Chile? Did the people stop mining copper to say because what happened in Chile, it can also happen to us? They can end up burying our people. You need to learn that in life, uchi, Mr. Moderator, pali uchi pankala nzimu. Sumungabule kudya chabe uchi, then mwarekana ati msalumiwe pona nzimu. Then you don't know what you are talking about. When you want to go the route of production, you need to be ready that there will be consequences along the way. But if you fear consequences, here are the questions. Someone is asking, if you reduce the fuel and you allow a child to go to school, tell me, where is life here? Because the fuel, for the ordinary mind who are just listening, fuel, whether you like it or not, that's where the genesis of production starts. Food. That's why you cannot be telling people at no, tunaleta unga pa 50 kwacha. Pamene you are not working on the wheels of the economy. Because the fuel is the same as electricity. You needed the fuel to be worked on so that if this teacher has got a normal meal, for example, a farmer will put diesel in his tractor, he will produce more maize. More maize will eventually allow plenty of meal on the market. A teacher is going to go in that class whilst he has eaten. A child will be learning attentively. What kind of reasoning is that? He said we are looking at the basis. Our president, HH, he benefited from free education. We had a government which has got a policy, but it does not mean that that government had to prioritize education first at the expense of food. That was the ZNS, which was taking charge of the food security. Now, how do you prioritize? You allow your people to be in a state where there is no policy which should work on the production lane. Mwaendache kwenda Kongola Vindarama huko, mwambolemba bantu manchito, yantina vutika nayo 30,000 employment ama teachers, 11,000 health workers. We are not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing, but the sustainability, we need to start ku primary. Kuja kuli blue collar job kuja, Mr. Moderator. Vajama 4 million youth whenever on street nindarama zija. So we need chambira kuli chakudya pamala. So it's a priority atu. Tianga na pali chakudya, well-being of a Zambian. We'll start with our state farms, our young people, educated or not. State farms, we start producing maize. Once we start producing maize, the other sector, it will be business, will have FRA trucks. Wakalima bantu. Wapeleka mamilisi muja matracks, wapeleka kuma Congo, Angola, not mundu magulisa tungombe twanu, because the FISIP is not everyone who is on the FISIP program. Because there's a lot of lacunas there. The NRC, timakamba time yonsati, paja pa NRC, palibe ma meters, so sumungazive muntu ene farmer ni uti. Because a gang of criminals, they will come with NRCs purporting their farmers. They get the farm inputs. They take them to the black market. Meanwhile, the real farmer is suffering. That's why for us, we are saying we are going to bring a land as a game changer, title deeds with a GPS around. Tawai kama farmers manani, muziva, imo varorenzo, a temporal measure, returning Chinkope, NRC, I mean na title deed, tizi vati Lorenzo wanamunda, sumuzambo time ati musakagulisa wa Lorenzo. Why? Wazi wanoziva ati pali criminals pacha. The point we are talking about, if Zambia is going to develop, we need to have a generation which is ready to dare the storm now. Let's accept that we have this problem, and there are countries which have advanced using the same uranium we have. This challenge we are talking about, let's face it, how many countries have recorded this in the management of hydroelectricity? Let's ask even ZESCO here. There are a number of people have been electrocuted. Have you heard one day at Tent Vireke? Kaidi vandu wakufa maningi. We are looking at a mindset which is a warrior mindset. As a nation, let's agree. Fine. Do we have uranium in Zambia? Yes. Can this problem solve our problem? Yes. Do we have countries which have evolved with the technology? Yes. How have they evolved? We are in a global village. So this mentality where we are wired to just think that only someone, if it was a foreigner talking the way leadership is talking, they are going to be clapping out there. Hey, mano sana, mulekutika. But now, when we are talking as leadership movement, people don't buy. This is why, even when we talk of these roads, that we have limestone here in Lusaka, we are supposed to be making concrete roads in these townships, so using God-given resource. But we can't go that route. We want a foreigner to tell us. So we want to debunk the thinking that we cannot do things of our own. We need to be seen doing things of our own. When we're in a global village, that's why we are saying we have this mineral called copper, manganese, uranium, mention it. This is money. We can use it as a barter system when we have our own mines run by our government. But the notion where we have been told is the same concept where when we talk of mining, the capacity thing, we don't have capacity. Ndiye is thinking, no, we can't go the uranium way. But your friends are going the same route. Imo Mankala, no, we can't. Where is the problem? It's the mindset. So we need, if we are going to fail, we are going to have a generation which is going to know that, the leadership movement, they were talking to go the uranium way. Therefore, let's go the route. Because this generation is full of the itikant mathematics. They are so much boxed up with whatever they see. When you talk of any production, they will tell you, no, we don't have capacity. Meanwhile, my foreigners, they are coming, Luti, munaonako one day, Mr. Moderator, weka, I shall protest at nifola 15 pin. Why nifola 11 pin after wachosamu 35%? Wakamba ilinomo. But foreigner, Ashama business, one part of my tax, not even anybody can complain. My pricing as Wakambako, Kambokamba, Panganyama foreigners that my foreigners are. They are looting our resources. That money was supposed to come in the Bank of Zambia. They are quiet. But when you are telling them that we have the money goes in the wrong hands, in their offshore account. So we are projecting whether these people, they like it or not. So the sure way to go is uranium. And we are going to make sure that we lobby the technology that our friends are using.
Let me get 3 calls for you to respond to. 096